I'm going to be talking on behalf of all of us fellow car enthusiasts, and our grudge, sort of a hate towards all of these motorcycle enthusiasts, bikers, motorcyclists, scooter riders, or whatever you want to call them, pretentious pieces of shit. But seriously, who do you think you are? You think you're cool just because you have free will to go anywhere, anytime, wherever the road allows you? Look at this lady, not even waiting, not even checking if there's traffic oncoming or not. Look at me, looking over my shoulder multiple times to make sure I won't crush anyone. These low lives, especially these Activa and these Royal Enfielders as well. These Royal Enfield people are some other human beings altogether. Just having Royal in the name of your brand of motorcycle doesn't make you Royal in the first place. The Royal is just in the name, nothing else. And I understand and I very well know what Mahatma Gandhi said. What is in the name? Actually, Shakespeare said that, but then again, what is in the name? Wow. Look at him, look at them go on the wrong side. Look at us minding our own lanes. It's so annoying, man. We have to look after not just ourselves, but these lowlives on the road so that we don't crush them, break their skull. It's like a social responsibility that we've got. And they're not even thankful or grateful about it. It's not like we are worried about the law, but it's just being kind towards these lowlives. Look at him go without the helmet. Like, hopefully tut ke haath mein aa jayega yaar. Where are you gonna carry that on your elbow like you carry your helmet? Four-wheelers move your body, two-wheelers move your soul. Yeah, मैं घर पे से रख के आया हूँ ना soul मेरा. Two-wheelers carry your soul. I've got 3 extra seats to carry other souls also. किसी को चाहिए अपना soul लेके जाने को? बताओ. I'll transport their soul for them. Like, two-wheelers carry your soul at sea. You've got your pillion seat. That's it. Where else are you going to put your soul in? क्या panniers में डालोगे soul अपना? Look at him. There's off-road, so-called off-road Himalayan. What do you think? You're riding in Himalayas if you're owning a Himalayan? Because of bikers like such, there are so many potholes on the road. Trust me when I'm saying this. BMC purposely knows that bikers like these exist and they enjoy such roads. So they don't even bother catering to car drivers and car enthusiasts like me. And the potholes happen because of them as well. Have you ever considered the statistic in India? If you compare the number of cars with the number of bikes that there are on the road, the difference is staggering, right? So collectively, the amount of weight the bikes put on the road is much more than all of these cars, all of these trucks and everything. And that is exactly why all of these potholes are being created. Recently, I got a message from my friend on WhatsApp. It is a scientific fact, okay guys? Yes, science! You realize how much damage these bikers are doing to the ecosystem, to our country, to the tax-paying roads, tax-paying citizens. And in these Royal Enfielders, I've got this major problem with these Himalayan riders and all of these so-called adventure category motorcycles. What do you think your adventure is going to be? Your office commute with potholes? You'll be riding over these footpaths? That's your adventure? Again, 9 to 5 piece of shit. You slog your ass in the office for 8 hours, sometimes 10 hours. That's the only adventure you've got in your work, in your life. I mean, I also have my 9 to 5, which eventually ends up being a 9 to 11. But that's a different debate altogether. But at least I don't pretend to have adventure in my life, right? Itna hi hai adventure, so resign from your job and go to the mountains. Do the real deal, na? You'll put on panniers, you'll put on these big boxes on your bike, carry a whole village with you, as if you're gonna stay there and settle there in a tent. But then you get off your bike and get into a hotel. Ye sab doglapan hai. That's the adventure you have. You get your big adventure bike, you load it up with accessories, your guards. You won't wear a riding jacket or spend your money on good gear, but you'll spend money on protecting your bike with a cage around it. And then you'll take this mammoth that you've created, calling it an adventure tourer. You'll decorate the bike with Christmas tree lights brighter than a truck would need, and then you go on your commute to work during the day and come back home in stop and go traffic with all of those lights on to blind everyone possible on the road. What is your adventure? Tell me. To carry that whole ass 200 kilos of weight for absolutely no reason whatsoever, that is your adventure? Who are you trying to impress? You're defeating the purpose of an adventure. You're doing the exact opposite. That weight is pushing you and your bike down. Even if you take that bike at an angle, you're going to drop it. So what's the point? What's the adventure there? Itna hi accessories laga nahi to AC laga lo, 4 kaach laga lo saamne. Add another set of wheels and then call it a car eventually. That would be adventurous. Having a bike written on your RC book and then eventually driving a car. So that would be adventurous. What's the disadvantage of having a car? Tell me. What are the cons? There's no con. You're nice and protected. You're inside your cocoon. There's one coming with bullhorns on his visor. Wait till you hit your brakes and shove yourself in that bullhorn. No, God! I know you're a YouTuber, I don't know what your name is, but that's not a smart thing to do, buddy. Now they'll use this bike lane. I don't know what is it with these bikers and the bike lane, man. This self-proclaimed, unannounced bike lane that they've created for themselves. This free-flowing lane that no one can come into. Even if I come slightly a bit inside their lane, they're gonna be pissed. This is the reality of these bikers. See, any opportunity that they get to enter anywhere, any vacant space, had they had the opportunity to get into space because it's empty, they would have gone there, dude. Only because they don't have thrusters on their bike, they're not able to do that. Otherwise, they would have been in space by now, riding on Mars. You need a demo? I'll show you a demo. I'll come in this lane and just watch how people are gonna get pissed. Look at them. Honking. Look at them. They think they own the road, this left side of the road. And stay in your lane. Why don't you wait like us? Why don't you stop for a while? Why don't you look around? Check out the trees. How much does it take to spend another 2 minutes? If you are this important that your time of 2 minutes can't be wasted, you wouldn't be riding a bike, dude. This guy thinks he's cool wearing a bartan on his head and texting in the middle of the road. Think you're cool to do that with your big ass exhaust? How difficult is it to tame these people? Acha, he's letting only bikers go. You see how unfair life is towards us. Only bikers are allowed everywhere. You think they are water, they could just enter anywhere, seep through anything and flow. ये bikers अपनी शक्तियों का गलत इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं. Oh my god, the Rolls Royce Cullinan. I guess that is, what is his name, the T-Series guy? Bhushan Kumar, right? What a beauty, man. What a beauty. Oh, G-Wagon. What is happening today, guys? Almost forgot English over here. A G-Wagon, a Range Rover Velar. What is happening? And a Mercedes E-Class, I'm assuming. A GLA. A Lexus ES300H. Yeah. Beautiful, man. What a day. And a unicorn, a goddamn unicorn to ruin it all. These bikers, I tell you, भाई खुद तो हेलमेट नहीं पहन रहे हो, बच्चे को तो पहना दो यार. You may have no brains, obviously, but at least your kid could potentially, I mean, genetically, I won't know, but at least hope that your kid has some brains. Try and protect it. How difficult is that? And you notice those lights on that unicorn? Lesser the power of the vehicle, brighter the light of it. Just as ironic as it gets. You think you look cool wearing all of that riding gear? What is that for? What are you going to do? In this traffic you're going to fall or something. What are you going to do of that abrasion resistance? Just because you look cool, and you don't even look cool to begin with, but you think that you look cool, that's how you feel, that's how you wear it in such a hot weather. And to compensate that heat, you ride like a maniac on the road so that the wind hits your soul and makes you cool. Nice. Filtering, I mean, there's filtering and there's outright just breaking the rules. I mean, you have to mind so much. You have to mind your own distance, your own speed, just for these assholes, so that they get their little way to get out of you. If they had that in them, they would have just gone through me. But not too long till these assholes get even longer travel suspension, so that they can jump over our cars and then go overtake us quite literally, over and above take us. और ज़्यादा suspension travel, और ज़्यादा suspension. इतना कि second floor पे चढ़ा सकता हूँ मैं, पार्क कर सकता हूँ, off road कर दो उसको, space में उड़ा दो मेरी बाइक. The problem is with especially these moto vloggers. What do you think of yourself? That you have a free will? You can school anyone on the road just because you have a helmet on with a camera slapped on it. They are the flag bearers of rules on the road. But they themselves are such big hypocrites that they very conveniently at their convenience break the rules that they want. Behind the camera, आप किसने देखा? You never know. One of them might be just riding over these footpaths, nicely chilling, using that off-road travel suspension, jumping up and down the footpath. Such a bunch of hypocrites. And trust me, these guys have their GoPros on their helmet. If helmet mounts did not exist, half of them wouldn't even bother wearing helmets. That's the reality of these guys, these moto vloggers. Riding these expensive gloves, jackets. What are you trying to prove there? Just because you've got flashy colors on your jackets and your pants and your gloves doesn't make you a pro rider. People think that they own those bikes, those fast bikes, and they wear that gear. You automatically also develop the skill that is required to ride that bike at such speeds. That's not how it works. इतना ही है तो track पे चला लो ना. Why do you have to make a road your racetrack? No, but you must be wondering, what am I going to do with all of this ranting? It's just my pent-up frustration that I'm taking out on this video, right? I've been a car enthusiast and I've never ever ridden a bike in my life.
Acting ki baadshah.
So I don't even want to know the perspective of the other side. But what I would like to say is, if you're a biker, just don't. Just don't. That's it. Nothing. I've got nothing else to say to you. Just don't. That's it. Just don't.
Bonus.
Look at him go without the helmet. भाई खोपड़ी टूट के हाथ में आ जाएगा यार. Where are you going to carry that on your elbow like you do your helmet? Where are you going to carry that like a? Where are you going to carry that like? Where are you going to carry that like? Wow. Where are you going to carry that like? Where are you going to carry that on your elbow like you do your? Where are you going to carry that like? Wow, dude. Where are you going to carry that like? Where are you going to carry that on an? Where are you going to carry that on your elbow like you carry your helmet?
So please whatever. Please I want to reach 1 million likes. So please sarapakara.